Just for fun, let's try one that's in an inversion to see if we can identify that. So, how might I go about figuring out what the root of this is? Well, I would probably just rearrange the notes until I had them in an order where they were stacked in thirds, one on top of the other. You might be able to just look at it and see how to make them stacked in thirds. But if not, you can just say, okay, no, still not in thirds. Oh yes, now it's in thirds, right? So I know the root is D. Now I have to figure out whether it's major or minor or diminished or augmented. So what kind of a fifth do I have from D to A? Perfect. And what kind of a third do I have from D to F sharp? Major. So this is a D major. And if I wanted to call it an inversion, which inversion would it be? Well, this is root position. This is first inversion with the F sharp on the bottom. So this would be a first inversion triad. Another way you might see inversions written out in music, if you're looking at something with chord charts or a lead sheet, you might see something that says D over F sharp, and that's telling you that F sharp is on the bottom of the D major chord. So sometimes you might look at sheet music and see something like that. That's what it's talking about. It's play a D major chord with F sharp on the bottom. The last thing for us to do with triads is just to do some practice. So I've written a few triads on the board for you to identify, and I'll step aside for a moment so you can take a look at those and try to figure out what they are, and then we'll go over the answers. Hopefully the answers I have written on the board are the same answers as you. You may notice I wrote the minor and diminished with a lowercase letter, and major and augmented with an uppercase letter. Hopefully you got C minor, G sharp diminished, A flat major, C augmented, D augmented, and B diminished. At this point, you should have a pretty good grasp of triads. I hope you do.